What's up, Breeze Heat family? Y'all already know the drill. If you are here, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with a friend that you would like to make this for, make this with, or share it with yourself if you want to make it for yourself. Today we have some beautiful, delicious beef and broccoli. I tried to remain as true and authentic to taste as I could. So here I'm just chopping up some garlic and ginger. Yes, I'm chopping them together because, baby, who got time to do all of this by itself when it's gonna go together anyway? I did not go to culinary school, so don't judge my chopping skills right here. Just know we're gonna get it small. And it's gonna be according to my tasting. Like, I don't really mind if my garlic's a little bit bigger, but like I said, if you like yours smaller, please dice it smaller. Please do that extra step. And next, we are going to be putting it aside while we get everything else ready. We're going to start by prepping and marinating our beef because we're going to need that to marinate for about 30 minutes while we get those flavors going. That's what we're going to do. Like you guys already know, all of the ingredients and measurements will be listed below, but I basically went ahead and had some soy sauce, a half a tablespoon of pepper, and a half a tablespoon of salt. We stuck to a very basic seasoning for this, just because there's a lot of flavor within the soy sauce and the other um, condiments. So yeah, half a tablespoon salt, half a tablespoon pepper. Then we're gonna go in with 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of baking soda. That is going to help your meat tenderize and get real nice, soft, and juicy. So go ahead and do that. Add in your ginger as well as your garlic. We're also going to be adding a little bit of sesame oil. I'd say like half a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more. And yes, that's a peek of my phone. Don't be tripping, y'all. Yeah. Because y'all know I record for Instagram too. And if you didn't know, now you know. You should go on Instagram right now and follow me at Breeze Heat. If you need a little bit of assistance finding that, go to the website that's linked below, and I have all of my social media links on there. But yeah, this is going to be a beautiful, tasty, delicious marinade. So go ahead and mix this all up. Get all those flavors on every piece of your sliced beef. And I know y'all going to ask me what type of like beef this is, but I got this like pre-sliced. But you can use either skirt steak or some flank steak. And if you're going to use flank steak, look up a video on how to cut it because you have to cut it against the grain. And it's a little bit of science to that in order to get like the best tenderized meat and cuts. So yeah, go ahead and get your broccoli. Please be sure that you clean it. I like to clean mine with some baking soda and vinegar, soak it in some water, clean in between all the little tree parts and stuff like that. So this is cleaned broccoli. Chop it up. You can do it as big as you like, as small as you like. This is just for my boyfriend and I. And y'all, I know y'all probably can't believe it, but I don't like leftovers. So when I make something, if I'm making it like enough for leftovers, it's either for him to take to lunch or for Devon to eat. And yes, Devon ate some too. So don't be like, why you ain't say Devon when you said you and your boyfriend? He only eats a little bit, especially stuff like this. He'll mostly just eat the rice. So I got my water boiling, and then I went ahead and added in my broccoli. I added a little bit of salt in there too. I blanched it for probably, I would say like 4 minutes, because you're going to want it to continue to cook while it's in the sauce. And now we're going to make our sauce. So we have some chicken broth, some soy sauce, and like I said, all of this will be linked below. But I believe it was a half a cup of chicken broth, 1/3 cup soy sauce, 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I also added in the rest of our minced garlic and ginger. We're going to go in with a little bit of oyster sauce, rice wine vinegar. And yeah, I think you add some honey in there too if you would like. But I didn't have none, so I added a little bit of extra brown sugar just to keep that sweet component. So there's the oyster sauce right there. And then the rice wine vinegar. Like I said, this will all be linked below. Well, not linked, but I guess it'll all be below. So you can go ahead and give that a super good and super tasty mix because you want all of those flavors to be well incorporated. You want the brown sugar to kind of, thin out a bit. So give it a real nice mix with your whisk. And it's time to get going. So in a pan, you're going to heat your pan first. Once your pan is hot, you're going to add your oil. And after your oil is heated, then that's when you go add your steaks. And when you put them in there, like it should be like sizzling. Like, I know y'all see that. Like, it look like them little pieces is in there frying. You need it fried, dyed, and laid to the side. No, I'm playing. You don't need it like that, but you do want it like sizzling hot when you get in there. So I put this on a 7, and if y'all know me at Breeze Heat, we do barely be putting anything above a 6 on our stove. That's a little numbers for anybody that's confused. If it's your first time here, that's how I reference stuff, instead of saying like medium high, medium low, because I feel like everybody has different ideas of what those can be. And as you can see, this is real time. It's only been on here for 30 seconds and the pieces are getting a little bit of char on them. That's what you want, y'all. So move them around, let them, cook a little bit. We only gonna leave this in the pan for a total of maybe 3 minutes, probably 2.5. But yeah, this is what we are going to do this because we're going to get that steak a real nice sear. We're going to let it finish off when it's all cooking in that sauce with that broccoli. Yes, and at this point, you should be making your rice. If y'all need me to make a how to make rice tutorial, I will drop it. Just if I get one comment, I'll make it. But because I eat rice all the time. But do y'all see that? Like, look at the char on that steak. Like, it just still looks so juicy in there too. But yeah, like I said, one comment on how to make rice, I'll drop it for y'all. Because I know people struggle with it a little bit. And there's different ways you can do it. I'm going to just do a simple how to make white rice. Basic white rice, you can do like flavored rices and stuff like that. We're gonna do a real simple one because that's what you need for this recipe. Honestly, my favorites are long grain and jasmine rice. So after about 3 minutes, you can see I am removing the steak from the pan because we are going to be cooking our sauce down next and letting that thicken up before we add it back in there. Make sure you get all of that garlic and ginger out of there too because you don't want that to burn. And if you the ginger police, go ahead and say something in the comments. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, we try not to burn ginger around here, y'all. So next we're gonna go in and add our sauce. I did add it while like it was still like super hot, so that's why I kind of like sizzled a little bit in the beginning. But then I turned it down to a 4 because I don't want my sauce like breaking or burning or anything like that. So turn it down to a 4, low and slow. Let it get a real nice stir. Make sure all those flavors are well incorporated into there. I just made sure the rest of my like garlic and ginger got into there. That's what I'm doing, pouring the rest of that from the bowl. And you're gonna get that a little stir and let it sit there for like 3 to 4 minutes. And then once it starts bubbling, you're gonna go in with your cornstarch slurry. That is 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and 1/4 cup of water. Mix it well, and that's what's gonna give you like that thickening agent for your sauce, because your sauce gonna already be nice, lovely and juicy, but what you really want to do is get it nice and thick so it has that beautiful consistency. And I like my stuff saucy over here, so this might be too much sauce for your liking. If you don't like this much, you can always do the measurements a little bit less, but it's gonna be up to you to do those conversions, and you're not gonna be mad at me because they wrong. Okay, so just have a little extra sauce or something. But yeah, go ahead and mix that, let it cook like I said on the low so it can get nice and bubbly. Come mix it from time to time just to make sure it's not sticking to the bottom or nothing like that. We got to be mindful of what we're doing. And when you come back after a few times, it should look like this. And you see it's getting that real nice, like bubbly, sticky kind of bubble. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Like, y'all know what I'm saying. When you start cooking something, start getting a little bubbly, because we got that bubbly. We got that over here at Breeze Heat. If you know, you know. So here is, once it gets just about thick enough for your liking, you can put your broccoli back in. But do not be like me, y'all. Once you finish draining, like once you get your broccoli out the pan, drain it of all the excess water. Because if y'all see me pouring in my broccoli right here, I'm literally pouring water into my sauce that I just thickened up. So then I had to wait for it to thicken again and then add my meat. So that's why y'all didn't get that clip, okay? But anyway, the meat has been added. And now I have added in everything that I need to. I'm just going to let it cook low and slow. I let it cook on a 4 for probably an additional 10 minutes. Just to make sure like it got to that thickening piece that I liked. Because like I said, I added a little bit of extra water in there on accident. Don't be like me. I'm telling y'all now. So y'all don't have to do that. Y'all can be better than me. Okay, that's why I'm here. I'm going to make the mistakes that y'all don't want to. So here we are. This is once it started to like thicken up and get real nice and juicy. Y'all look at that up close and personal. This is probably like at the 10-minute mark, and you're going to take it off and you're going to allow it to cool. Once you let it cool, your sauce should be a lot thicker. It's going to be more thin because it's like kind of heavy. So here we are with the rice. Yes, y'all, we made this right from scratch. If you need to do the minute rice, baby, ain't nobody judging you, I promise. So go ahead. This is that homemade beef and broccoli. Really reminds me of when I was a kid because it's something that my mom used to make all the time, and we would use like the packets. And this is like something that I really, really enjoyed using. But the fact that I can just kind of make it a little bit more authentic, homemade, means so much more to me. And Mama, I know you're gonna be listening, and I can't wait to make this for you because it's just gonna be so much nostalgia, and I can show you like the flavors and everything. So thank you for making this when I was younger for me and my brother. We really appreciate you. We love you. Shout out to you, Mama. But yeah, if you don't watch this all the way to the end, I'm gonna know because you ain't gonna call me and say nothing. But that's all for now, y'all. If y'all give this a try, thank you so much. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. You have to try this recipe.